Thank you very much, Juana. Thank you for having me. It's really amazing to see a room full of young people that are shaping already, not in the future, now are shaping, how Europe is looking like. For me, as a co-rapporteur on the RRF, I can tell you that everything was about the team. We manage 3 co-rapporteurs from 3 different political groups, Siegfried Mureşan from the EPP, myself from Renew, Edgar Gazabal from the SD. We worked together as a team. The majority that we had in the parliament when approving the parliament position was amazing. And then because we had a strong position in the parliament, we managed to negotiate with the council. And in the end, we had Team Europe approving the RRF. But what is really amazing, and that's one of the takeaways that I'm trying to be sure that you are taking from this particular thing, is that the strength of Europe does not lie in its billions of euros. The strength of Europe lies in the millions of people with their hopes, ambitions. They are actually shaping how Europe is looking like. So money is important. But what is also important is to understand, what does it mean to have a recovery or a relaunch? Is it about going back of where we were before the pandemics? No. It's about being sure that the world in which we are going to live, the European Union that we are going to push forward, would be something much more resilient and forward-looking than in the past. So that's why after the negotiation in the Council, where the money was set and they agreed on the green transition and digital transformation, but then the details were unclear. There was not very clear, for instance, why you are calling this thing the Next Generation EU. If you are doing a Control F, there was no mentioning of the words child or children or young people or youth. So then the Parliament took it very seriously. And this is the most important part of the story, is that in August 2020, with the support of DG COM and the EPLOs, the offices of the European Parliament that you all have in your constituencies, we organized, and I was personally organizing that, in 13 member states, consultations on how do you want the RRF to look like. And in each and every consultation, young people like you're part of that consultation through youth associations. And that was amazing, because then I realized how much the young people were affected by the pandemics. And it was not just about the access to education. It was about the lack of predictability about skills and jobs of tomorrow. It was about the fact that your social life was completely changed. And it's about the fact that we are right now at risk of having this label lockdown generation affecting us for decades to come. And of course, what Roberta has mentioned, the fact that you are supposed to pay the bill for the 672.5 billion euros. And what happened is that the Parliament, from the beginning, pushed forward this structure with 6 pillars, with 1 pillar dedicated for you, for the next generation, for children and youth. So the amazing thing is that right now in the regulation, you will find this pillar dedicated. Now we know from the 25 plans that have already been submitted, we already have 40 billion euros that are dedicated to youth and children. And this is amazing, and we should celebrate that. In times of adversity, Europe succeeded to, go towards solidarity and came up with this plan, and the European Parliament has actually fulfilled the most important goal that we have, that is representing our citizens. And we represented you, and your voice was heard to the consultation, and we managed to put the pillar in the RRF. So if you want an example how today you can shape policy, this is a perfect example. And that's how it should be. You should get involved, have your voices, heard to politicians, and we will do our jobs in the Parliament. And I think that this is really amazing. And the pillar that I'm actually right now monitoring, I'm part of the working group that is monitoring the implementation. We can say right now that you have there measures related to skills, job, education, to social measures that can actually help the integration of vulnerable youth. And this is in addition to the usual measures that you have to the European Social Fund Plus with the youth guarantee and so on and so forth. So I'm really happy and glad that you are here to be able to testify, to provide you this testimonial that your voice has been heard in the case of the RF. And right now, It's not only our job in the working group in the Parliament to do the monitoring, but you should do your own monitoring of the plans. And you should see and stick to the fact that that pillar and the other policies that are there are representing your generation and are representing your ambitions and your dreams for a better Europe. Thank you so much.